Oh my God, it's the podcast guys. Hey, we're kind of matching today. Black hat and bluish shirts.
Yeah, kind of. A little bit. Mine's up.
Touch my featherweight. Oh, we're getting better.
Oh! We become one.
We can fist bump on here.
I feel like I'm in a. Yeah, what up, dude? Hey, what up, dude? I feel like Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. He's a hero.
Yeah, are you peeking?
It looks like a vagina. Looks like a vagina. Anyway, welcome to it, the after show.
What, are we on the bus on the way to school? Is that what we're doing?
Check this out. Oh yeah.
All right.
Anyway, it's Brock and Hunter, the after show podcast. Enough horsing around. We got to get to it. It's time for fact and opinion. One awesome fact, one dumb opinion. That's how we do.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? Should we do there are only 16 countries with more land area than Alaska. And just a reminder, Alaska is more than double the size of Texas.
Dude, it's massive.
Dude, it is. I don't think the map truly shows how big. I mean, like, I don't think you get a good idea just by looking at a map.
So you know how they always in the map, they always put Alaska on like the bottom left over by Hawaii, kind of, so you can just kind of see it.
Yeah.
There was I can't remember what post it was, but there was like some people thought that like Alaska was down in the ocean over there, like underneath Hawaii. Just geez, dude. Oh man, it was so bad.
People are dumb.
Alaska is massive, though, dude. It's kind of a weird thing, too. It's like, we just took that part, huh? There you go. I see that up there, that corner. That's ours.
I'm sure we wanted to do it because there's all the resources up there, like oil. I'm sure oil was behind.
Oh, yeah, there's probably a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Hawaii. We were just like, you know what? Over there, we're going to take those. Those are ours.
I'm looking at it now, like in a big world map. And yeah, if you just were to imagine like taking that chunk and moving it around to different places.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Russia's obviously huge. Greenland's pretty big. I mean, Alaska's almost as big as China. It's not far off, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's bigger.
China's huge too.
China's good size, but when you look at, dude, Russia's why did we give Russia why does Russia
is
so
massive? You know, a lot of it's uncharted though. You know,
that's it's just a lot of it is unlivable areas. Like, I mean, no one wants to live like in the Arctic Circle up in Russia. You know, then you got like Siberia and everything. All
you know what's wild? Any internet video you see that's from Russia, that's from Russia.
Yeah,
just the way it looks, just the way I don't know if it's the people in it, the way they dressed. But the style of video, the video cameras they use over there, I don't know. But anytime a Russian video comes up on the net, I'm like, there it is. It's a Russian video. I just know.
You know what I like to do sometimes, like if I'm bored, because I don't have a productive work day, I'll do just find an area and then just like search in and find like a small town, like in the middle of like fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, who is living here? Like, how did you get settled here? You know what I mean?
Now with Google Earth 3D, you can literally fly into it and zoom into it and find out yourself.
Right into it. It's nuts, man. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Alaska? I don't know if I've ever asked you.
No, you know what? We did give away a Screaming Yellow summer trip to Alaska, though.
Was that gold? Go get gold in Alaska
thingy?
Yep. I've always been intrigued. There's a road trip that someone's mapped it out, and like you literally start in Alaska. And you go all the way down the coast, like all the way down basically to Mexico. Like you can do this thing.
Oh, yeah, dude. There's a guy. There's like a 10-minute compilation video on YouTube. You can check it out. And dude, it's fucking very interesting. A guy does, can't remember how far it was. I want to say it was like 80,000 miles or something, dude. Something stupid. But he goes from the very southern tip of Central America all the way to the very tip of Alaska.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And the video is just like of him riding his motorcycle. He rides a motorcycle, by the way. And it's just a video of, dude, he's like, at times he's like riding over just like 2x4s, like over like swamp areas. And then he goes onto the highway. Dude, it's crazy that what this video, snowing, raining, changing of the seasons. It took him like, I can't remember how long it took, but dude, it's an amazing video.
Dude, that's so cool. See, I wish I had the time to do, not on a motorcycle per se.
I mean,
but I wish I had the time to do that. Just to.
You do.
I mean, I guess I could.
You're alive. Yeah. You're alive and you ain't dead. So hey, you got the time.
Fuck it. Who needs to pay a mortgage, right? I don't need a house.
You got all those little things in between, but
I got a camper. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. So you need I think retiring. That's kind of what as I plan and get older. I think when I retire, I don't think I'm gonna have a house.
Do you ever think about that though? Like you can really do anything you want.
You can. But again, we're all slaves to the grind, man. We have to have more. Well, you don't have to. We don't have to have anything. But for us to just pick up and leave, hey, sorry, family. There's
a lot of people snap and do that, dude. It's just one day. I mean, I think we're fortunate because we got a cool job. But hey, if we didn't have a cool job, and if this sucked, dude, I probably wouldn't be far from doing it.
Yeah,
be like, you know what, hell with it. Who cares?
Yeah, might as well. You only live once, and guarantee there's going to be jobs when you come back. You know what I mean?
When you come back, you can do things on the way. You can survive.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Just go on Craigslist personal ads and do things, money.
Like those people that hitchhike.
Yeah.
Dude, that's wild.
You know what? That kind of bothers me because you're relying on other people. It's like, fuck you, man. All right. You know what? I'm not, Yeah, you are.
Sometimes you don't get picked up though. So you're not 100% reliant.
I'm not giving a trucker a hand jibber just to get from one to the next. All right.
Hey, you know what? You're hungry and you've been outside for 4 days. Yeah.
Is that in Jay and Silent Bob, right? The original one, isn't it, with George Carlin?
I think so. Yeah.
Right, and he goes, "It's the rules of the road," and he gets picked up by a trucker, and you just see him go, and then his head disappears, and the truckers laugh. It's like, oh my god,
that sucks.
And then they get picked up by the nun, and then then Jay's like, "Hey man, it's the rules of the road," and just starts munching that nun.
I forgot about that part.
Let's see. I looked up some Alaskan facts, some crazy Alaskan facts. There are more than 3,000 rivers and 3 million lakes in Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
The largest is Lake Illimana, which is 1,000 square miles. Jesus Christ, it's an ocean, dude.
Yeah, that's craziness. Alaska's wild, dude. And it gets dark there. Like right now, isn't it starting to get dark at 3, 4? There's 10 days where it doesn't get light.
Yeah, I think it's longer than that.
30 days, I think. Yeah, 30 days, because it's that movie, 30 Days of Night.
Here, Juneau has no road access to the rest of the state. It's the only capital city in the United States accessible only by boat or plane.
Just crazy. Why do we need to be there? What's going on? Oil. That's it, right?
I think there's a lot of oil. I know there's some there's bases there, army bases and everything, and
that's probably pretty crucial.
There's other resources and stuff. How about this? In Alaska, there's approximately 1 bear to every 21 people. We are not very much the majority there. Good Lord.
That's not a good ratio.
No, and those are mean bears. Aren't there? There's not polar bears in Alaska. Is that a dumb question? Is there polar bears?
Dumb question. No, dude, Alaska's up there, man. There might be. Type it into Google. Are there polar bears in Alaska? I bet you there are. I bet you are in the tip of Alaska. Dude, Alaska's not far from the poles, man. I mean,
polar bears are most abundant near coastlines and towards the southern edge of the ice pack and polar regions. In Alaska, they can be found in the far north and western Arctic areas. So yeah, fucking A, dude. Jesus.
Want to go to Alaska? I don't. It doesn't sound appealing.
It's illegal to whisper in someone's ear while they are moose hunting in Alaska. That's a weird thing. They have more than 100 volcanoes.
Wow.
Dog mushing is the state sport of Alaska. That's another thing I'd like to do. I'd like to go dog mushing, like Iron Will. The
you got a football team? You got a school? Do they got a football team? Does anybody ever play Alaska?
I don't know. I'm sure they do. They got to have colleges.
Any kind of sports teams?
Hockey? I don't know.
Imagine if there was an NFL team from Alaska, dude.
Man, Alaska.
Hey, Lambeau Field's kind of warm for that team.
Yeah, they're like, God, you guys turn the AC on. It's a little warm in here. They're Alaska sports teams. You got the River Brown Bears, the Anchorage Bucks, Fairbank Ice Dog. I don't know if they have any pro teams.
Yeah, they can't. There's no way. Yeah. Nobody's traveling to Alaska.
They'd have to travel. That's why I think Hawaii. It's got to be tough for the Hawaii team, right? Like the college team. I mean, it's nice because you got there. I'm sorry, your cat poked up behind us. Like, Jesus, God, there's a bear behind you. But anyway, yeah, Alaska's crazy, man. Big old fucking chunk of land. Big old
Mhm.
chunk of land. So we should go there sometime. Just me and you, not the wives.
You
Just
and
me
I.
you. Yeah.
All right, it's a one-way ticket, buddy boy.
We'll go hang out in Alaska, buddy.
And do what? Oh,
I don't know. Curl up in an igloo, whatever they do over there.
Snowmobiling, maybe. I don't know.
We'll figure it out. We'll go swimming. Let's go swimming in Alaska. We'll summer in Alaska. All right. Anyway. Well, that is going to do it for Brock and Hunter and the After Show podcast and your fact and opinion. We'll be back next time with another fact and opinion for you right here. Until then, bye.